concept of this car is a toy that you can race and you can drive home after the race. You can take it out on a Sunday morning if it's a nice day. You can take it out with your wife or your best friend. They'll enjoy the ride, they'll feel safe in the car. It's a racing car, but it's not compromised for road use. That's the key. It's a race car experience on the road. Part of my intention to prove the concept was to enter the car into a race, an endurance race, with serious racing cars. This is not a club event, this is an international event. Race in that event, finish that event, and then to drive it somewhere. So we did. We drove it from Botswana to Zimbabwe. We entered into that race. We finished 7th. The car ran extremely well. We then climbed in, my girlfriend and I, with our luggage, and we drove to Cape Town. Now that's pretty incredible. Even driving home after the race had most of the race drivers jealous because they had to get their trailers out, put the cars on the trailers. So here we are in Cape Town, and it's in daily use. It's still our only car, so it has to perform every single day, and it's performing flawlessly. The one condition that you have to remember with this car is that it doesn't have a roof, so you have to be very aware of what the weather's going to do to you. And if it rains, you stay at home.
What did you like most about this vehicle?
The fun aspect.
I mean, I'm exhilarated. I think it was awesome.
Yeah, I think the fun aspect, and then the fact that it is a road car.
Yes.
And not something that's specifically built for the track. So I think Mr. Everyday can have a lot of fun. The basic setup you've done here is very good, and it handles well. So if you can use this type of setup for a car, and if a guy uses it occasionally on the road or every day for that matter, he can still come with the same setup and race it. The engine is basically a standard road going engine.
Yeah.
So the parts are readily available, it's nothing that's been specially made for it. So same with the gearbox, at least your parts and everything are freely available.
Is there anything else on the road that compares with this?
Nothing produced in South Africa at the moment where you can sit comfortably in a 2-seater, and as Craig has proved, you can go long distance in. There are a lot of Lotus 7s, but I must say I feel a lot safer in this vehicle. You know, there's more metal around, and I think you could use it as an everyday car if you needed to.
Technically, the car is not unusual. It's not unconventional. It uses standard off-the-shelf Toyota Corolla components. Very easily available, inexpensive. I've chosen a particular model that's very high performance. For local consumption, the engines are available at very little money, and it makes the whole car affordable. The brakes are standard Corolla. The steering is standard Corolla. When I say Corolla, I mean Toyota Corolla. The engine and gearbox, even the cooling system is all standard Toyota Corolla. The only unique thing about this car technically is that the radiator is mounted in the center of the car. And you can see that there's these big side scoops. That's where the air is drawn in. And I've used the pressure differential across the car at the back, the drag, the natural drag as you move along, to draw that air through the radiator. The beauty again is that the radiator is a standard Toyota Corolla radiator. The engine produces 120 kilowatts. The whole car weighs 650 kilograms, which gives it an incredible power to weight ratio, which makes it great fun. And all of this on a standard engine. So, of course, for the enthusiast who wants to go faster, it's easy to go faster. It's very simple to make those modifications to the engine. On the rest of the car, again, I've chosen a tyre specification and a rim size, which is not exotic. It's a 15-inch rim. When you consider the weight of the car, the size of the tyres we've chosen is more than adequate to give it fantastic road holding. For production, we'll use a more race-orientated tyre. This sort of product is made all over the world, specifically in the UK. In the UK, they are handmade by artisans and craftsmen, and that takes obviously a lot of time. The key advantage that we have here is that we can take advantage of lower labor costs and lower running costs for businesses to make the same quality product. We can specify the same materials, we can specify the same design parameters, but it'll cost us less to make it here. It's great fun to drive, it performs, it's reliable, and it looks cool.